Maneva asema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Mustafa Fayo Gbande a the untold story about the dismissal of the CJ and as the former CJ Gertrude Araba Esabasaki Torkono. Now a be waha, it will shock you. Say what here these details from Mustafa Fayo Gbande. Yeah, or Trese. A Kwanya MPP FASO a handle CJ and as the former CJ SM or one person in parliament or the Ahosubonina airborne. Ya onemi Afenyo Markin. Na denti ena onemi Afenyo Markin for this and answer for the dismissal for Gertrude Araba Esaba Torkono. Ehonsem ewo video ya meba bebo achewe. Na auto witnessem so no kwachire say Ghana for ashase a omo partnership the MPP for the wrongs they did with power Ghana to me in the previous 8 years. And most of the by-elections all their candidates are losing. And what I say in the coming by-election at Ebekoso Pandai, MPP and I say NDC is going to win that seat. Now they are vigorously campaigning and putting things in order to win the election in a free and fair means. Mustafa Fayo Gbande etwa NSM Oka Ensembi about the efforts of the NDC in the fight against Galapsey and also a seminal edit ya me pese obekam ho na yakoti nsem entremu osai kasafa the third term agenda MPP push say NDC pese omode omo winning Pandai seat no say na be ya omoba parliament they could be able to push a third term agenda for this current president John Dramani Mahama. Mustafa Fayo Gbande akasa afa ho ensem we ne ensem ahodo bi na ewo video yi mu a me pesa wo be ka me ho na yakotie ensem no entremu se wo TV you definitely have a comment and answer we be wo adwentre about ensem Mustafa Fayo Gbande kanu na wadwenche na we share comment section ho na waye no fefe and answer constructive a medi attempt ewo comment section ho and answer personal attack chere wadwen on the matter being discussed.
That part in any we are all doing that. That's the most appropriate measure of political parties. Pandai say abai na ebi so buy besa kobiam.
What's a pandai na yede?
Abai say no there 30th year.
Opposition party womo yomo raising the adin and the monte
resident
so omaka say ruling a free Tamale High Court by no omo bonyo sinti omo the court of appeal.
I say mfie if you court ana enyina anim so o chichire party na unim de obehu say asemba yankoto ho atwode ye de court na court nso de ukona udin nkunima a body nkunim udin nkugu a body nkugu NDC anya na church elections electoral commission and church elections Pandai constituency bekaya honorable Palmo time nyina say recent times now Matunyindam eba on board. Na yenyina ya busiafo. Me am partly from there. Me papa mama fi Pandai. Me mama efri Buya. In the same constituency. Na Pandai Konkomba, Basaris, Nauris. And afi other minor settler community. Nti yenyina ya ba ko honum. Ene ye kotwaba. Ye kotwaba yi. Ena afi minu ya Matthew crowd ono de wakobi. Ena anko yi amano. Ena electoral commissioner ohono. Esheda efa kwan boni bi so. Enye emra kwan so. Ena yesi entiasie obi ankotwe tu obi ankotwe krante obi ankotwe poma obi so. Ni de akoda court.
Then I would me conclude say electoral commission ano honum efa kuntuna say then na conclude that
ya na yakoka ya asem kire court ni de evidence at the court. And which you know, and Ukraine am neo kaze. A presiding officer now or yeah, you are banwa, as I saw ye na, or so on your beam, or the cotamale. Sadi Mrano, Asha so on your nedman, 1 year. Any of the accord down court, and a court a bois. And a court who say, a declaration now, no. And ya papa, and tea, yan sound court. Near got trouble fufro. Uncle be ya, yet Timmy, and who will be to try, and any particular pandai for a person would do woman as a member of parliament, as Mrashebe Jania, Sebi Obabwam. Yeah, a political party, MPP for a political party. And now you have a new say, MPP from your campaign hall.
Omo campaign.
They are campaigning.
But sir, they are more kind of saying car. Omo dia ko dan air court of appeal tinkam omo ntwentwen so na ohonom so embu aye na embran sana.
Eniaba o niaba bia mama ne ware MPP ni o. Omo ka asem wa hase a. Fa hwe omo wa hase omo wa ha. Se MPP ni ka setena ha yi mpabwa.
Wo niaba omo ne ware MPP ni.
Ah, okoye den ho.
So no sweet.
David. A year free a year. Ye declaration. Mini amati all constituents or yejuma. And now we are omokoye no. Let's obstruct parliament business. And no crown we hear numbers and Matthew was in Gbande. Torkono oba. No aba be kase.
Confirmed. Said day na sa ekoso parliament no.
Matthew is my brother o. Me ka se ba ko me ba sare ni Matthew konkoma ni uko Gbande bu enyina ya busiafo. So we know as Matthew is in the constituency. And one age to say you call about one obeso we need him. So what is the leadership's problem?
So mo de omo ne say since
near one more year say
ye o my Ghana ya mamu kabi mamin kabi bibi koso na say nya wo dia court wo ho no wo de be kwa dan court but say etimi mamre na go through the process. So what you say?
Kabi kabi ni nkyerese
ya ahohare so epre wo ho
kabi mami
echichi obi nsagu na chi that's how omo
kabi mami kabi enkyerese empanyifo ntu mpabo anko transform te say kindergarten kwala na say kabi mami kabi nti ne wo mo ye ne say wo mo ye kwan bi as wo mo de per sympathy vote ana say wo mo de per kwan so bi abeka say NDC a seat doso and na 2 adenti kra na enya NDC for MPP for seat ba ko pewe and na wo another one so wo hwe kwan bi sanka wo yesa no na nka ade no atwintwen mu na omotimi ahwe so wo metimi awini because as it stands there there's no way MPP be win is a seat no it's not possible because you see
because almost imagine
Matthew
about 3,000 over 3,000
akwati akra no e ho no enye NDC stronghold am win here with a huge margin yan got 3,000 and 5,000. It is not about margins and now yeti he Matthew yenua nsala yenua omunyina ko one term so MPP for betnas here for 8 years no and now ko nkadura MPP for mpanyifo kasa no so yenso cost Gbande idea yetimi aye bibia ma wo mo a ukwa obehu se empuntunjuma 8 years no ebi akohodom so atase because abato empuntunjuma na yede hwe yen to abato amfa nko Christmas party oto aba empuntunjuma ne mmo na nipa hia MPP for ntimi nka se Gbande constituency no ye ba yi se omno so se omo si factories so o meba Gbande ndra me se Justin Kodia MPP general sec okọ Gbande o ma mi hu o fa ndambai na wahwe se the MPP for a treaty Eastern Corridor Road President Mahama Babeko, Eastern Corridor Road, na Yashasi Eden. Near Pessia. I think we even started and Omobaye. Omobaye and Nanado could be a tree over Kayao or Koya so. Yakoya Eastern Corridor Road. Or Wanya, because a honor and yet the crew. On one Muma call President Mills consensus who are one Trabaman intino. On for development in Coho.
Okay, say one money ni crew man to watch say.
Nam Kayo.
Mpuntu Juma.
One fan Coho.
Meba Mpuntu Juma bia. A course o my Ghana ni crew mo pen wo
yana. Nanado.
Aye.
No my bibi.
O man yeshe.
O my den.
Mi bisa so na wo ka so.
Anti ebedu ha. Enti panda no mo anya bibi a omo ni be hwan omo say. Omo ba 8 years no. Omo aye. Yen so se si anyame adaroma. Ye na ye wo aban. Ye kasa sisi e dambai ya disuade hotel region honom de kono niam ehia ye pa ye dambai bridge President Mahama ba be ye ene menu ya penyi Kwame Abuja obeye. I mean, it's been worked on. Obianim is a known public knowledge.
O ba be ye
Eastern Corridor Road
o ba be ye no nko alone no enough assurance Emma for more pandan
enyamina mebo so akere say ya award ana ye award so o mampanyi tutu kwan start a big push project
eno mpo no ye enough assurance Emma man for more pandan into ebema
feasibility have been done nano ameko fie engineers eko honom o ma conclude on babia on the bridge no ebe chance a obia ani age obia ani age a se ufri enkran ekodu da mai a ontwen pantu biem ho na bayire efri Gbande buya besi dambai ho na bayire nyina efi bankran onya bidi o ba your problem ani pantu no to musi bridge na ya na ebeboa Eastern Corridor Road a efi nkwanta KJB eba pasa de connect to Wolensi and also NDC President Mahama by even within 1 year crying I want start here one more. The good thing is as school adanya and answer and near ma President Mahama year no 2016 a ye de ko fie anka be boa amanipa ebimotimi akọ school hospital projects are cheap compounds omo ba 8 years omo anfa omo nsanka esinyuram sa yabe sa na mani nyina asiesie ena ne wo hya ase no ye toa so ye eye no ye toa so ti say free education saying sa no mo se betwam ye ba ye nua panyi Haruna Aduso wa ye mu sakira ya ma ayefefefe MPP for onso trans no mo de Ghana for ska koto pass questions nti sa nkofo wo de wo ma da chese wo mo za abeye
Mustafa Sauka the past questions sir growing up aye nyina ye fa education system ni ade no ye nyina ye past questions ehwemu esua
no abai
ebi ho no ma beat me bawo e beat me to booklet ebi ho no so wonni bia no agya wakwa je oyonko bi de no wahwem ti aban ya boss o unfair se ye beka se bia nipa few bi o mo bitimi afford the past questions pe no me nti ne aban ma me fa nto me ho so na me to na kola bi nya past questions no kwanya ye fa so answer because it's past and then you know the question being answered no my in a booklet form na say be abofra bi betimi enya bi ahwemu esua de
no we needed quality education one man school kwala curriculum ukoto past questions are there na what be that be nyina ko school me kra de na mtie class na ko school what be that say dey aban sika akoto past questions say dey ma students
na aban ti make say ko school ni free ya eno nya incentives ni bi ebe
wa ma teacher ni ani anye wa ma school yet hana na poko ye contract so $11 million so omo ye internet for schools omo anya ti curriculum amudi sua de ye kan ho asem bebrebe mpanyifo kan ho asem bebrebe omo wa anya sa na nyina also got pass questions for them it was about passing exam. They didn't care about the development, the quality development of a school child. And no go sin chain. Ya buy ye bisa almost say ajana 111 factories na hemfa na mosia. Ye hu bi. Dams no here. Ye hu bi. So akwanya hodo a wo de Ghana sika ko shemu a wo manwi. Say buy President Mahama oye within 1 year. Of anko de enye. Ya buy see ye. Motorway de see ye. Na ye kwa Afenyo Markin screw me. See ye. This is quality government. Enti unhwehwe wo bia sabiu. Se owomra hwemedwam na ye kampuntunjuma obetimi di na no agum ama na kono mpeso so. Se kuafo na ye koboa wo mo a. Bandaifo hia MP a ono nso no ede na no betum.
So does it mean say constituencies are a New Patriotic Party occupy no because say womo enyo candidate and a president in Puntunjuma enko wana.
Dabi. Me say enya ya chiche development a. Ope MP a ono so. Say MPs no. Ukobisa womo a. Omo a eko pray omko.
Inti de they know wo me MPP.
MPP on to go Jubilee House.
It means so when you and your party
minority
president
minority on to me go Jubilee House. And at 2 one your party no your national chairman. Uka settler tribes I work Ghana hanyina. Minority settler tribes, Basare, Konkoma, Chokosi, Gruma, all those tribes. Ubi a okuma ye power politics more honorable as in Ketia. I'm telling you. It doesn't matter which
okuma in what
when there are issues affecting these minority groups in terms of political representation, in terms of making sure that they are politically involved, the national chairman. You cannot say same of MPP, the national chairman is of the scene. Yeah, or national chairman, he is able to do all these things for this minority tribe. So we are going to look for an MP. Obetimia boa ama Mpuntunjuma no akọ Pandai constituency bebre. President Mahama ba year. And money year. A Greek minister yen hihya. Yen yedo ekua. Ni here kwe ni tuturu. And say by this time e ko tubaire. E tubaire a de beto no opebraba. Ya don kofi a ye bedua. January February ya start a yedo. Okua ni problem. Eye machine a de bedo. Edura o de be spray. Kranti a de bedo. Sa niam no. Owie nso a se de ode niam no be bankran aba beton. Nyamia ya dom President Mahama kwakoye a Greek mechanization ya the tractors, service centers, plowers, harrows, and they are called a Greek offices. To pursue code from and to say, hey, why I shall say, we juma now pursue the bro, Bandai and answer Banda, and one is what called a Greek center. Now, Oma Buana won't so acquire what Yakoda amount.
Does it come with a fee?
So, what to two what the barrier what tongue what babetria services now.
Okay. Nti enji when you uko wie momo a oba na babetria.
Abanya odwin say no you need strong representation.
Nti enu nti na ma sisi my we ataso some Pandai.
Ya nwi atas we want the seats.
Oh.
We want the seats and they manipulated
about 40 plus areas are Abraham Kodan court to say irregularities no. Then anka ni ye mu krompo na yenka say okay then those areas no na monko to abana it has to be the general ruling by
meba hwe konkomba ni ansala konkomba ni machu nyindam ye nyina yenya sika free nkran a ekofie bakum
ntini ade nanka mo enja ya
dabi tie ye nyina free nkran a yenya sika ekofie bakum enkran yi babia ye sheda take decisions no obaako timi ko obaako ntimi ko enti mfaso ben na be koso amakpanda for say de Matthew ba betena parliament ya enye say omoto aba na ayebibi enye say womu a etosin enye say womu nimu a etosin so what I say so you would necessarily want to get an MP obi omo kwa ono so be den edi ekira gibia ba fie. That is the only reason we are going to Panda constituency.
Into more argument, or more make you say, okay, say even that's an component say be kwa kotokana.
Yeah.
My exhausted a process I any who say a be go through said the beya yakuma beto yem so okay then the courts and the court of appeals even Supreme Court of Ghana. Yeah, exhausted sir, you know powers in India. No more decision mas any abundance or more say. Yem kone ngoto abana we are okay one of the money omo nya adwene
Dabi sa ND enya ND se na hyehyɛ election unse ye kra de ye court say adenti na mra ne kyerɛ say court no ama direction no directive order no na electoral commission di so
no almost so said the omo ye ne say speaker of parliament
speaker wie na onua mai
anya omo de
he na omo agye ata so no omokoye de omoye
so winter so no mariata so no omo nya adwene wo ho
na saa so ban we ne ye de kire
but at least once say we can be because I try to sympathize or empathize with him so okay
why?
I think say our point e wo hasen to at least mama yin listening here
who sympathize with MPP hwe se court ene nyame ntua mo ka sesi ya Ghana fo bet fa kwan bi so atua mo ka akatua na wo metua mo ni nyina be firi abato ni enkrofo yi haye okro nti uyire fini MPP for the year Ghana for 8 years say a trehan nei enti wa wani nye kese nka MPP for koto dollar ye shedama wo mo to no 17 cities no hu se de eya na Ghana for wo mo aka no wo mo to no 11 cities 12 cities
okay
say MPP for koto and more Christmas we ya ye mo mo nto no se ne no mo to no 2024 enne emubuo abafom ye ko Christmas ani mo ni me ya last year Christmas eba no bia esu a osu se ontimi nto mo ontimi nto enwo a ye de beno amo ontimi nto akokọ enne nso de abafom tractor driver or ye trotro motoki motor kada driver work Panda constituency enim say fuel a odi gudu motorbike no President Mahama Adaromanti eneno surprise no aba former makuafo
omo ka se nema no same MPP say enema na aba form de na so aban en spending te masika eni krom
ma say aba form de
omanfo no so betimi
mom pesca dey krono boy ambon bere be on pesca dey
so no say nyo onyo omo ne nko mo chese omanfo
ye chichiri
Ghana fo nyina
ye chichiri kro a ye num ensuo
na basembe na omo pesca ye dey say
om de dey bere a mo wie are you disagreeing say MPP for in Wieska I state say and
me dey nipa na say meje to mo say we Wieska court say de mo nsa mo de kodan court mo feel say ruling na court dey abandance mo fa emra kwan so no enti say nipa na Wieska court na be di
case we Ghana fo nyina gitum say MPP for no kura gitum say omo aban na betena so no omo di omo ye omo de krono bobi bo Ghana fo enya de pa they admit that omo ba we show how they be. And when you raise it, they keep quiet. So they themselves know. Enti say enyen du say court be punish wo mo say dey amra ne kire na. Ghana for be punish wo de bia till say MPP for be pa Ghana for chom. Na yetimi aboa na sika wo ma wia na wo mo ade aba. Ana say aban ahye wo mo age.
Do you think say the ekoso nyina o ka say because we can na dey appoint say parliament dey omo ye na o makọ ha o makọ tena form we be blame leadership na na say
you blame leadership saying so o hene na sabio o hene ntuma kopa o badwamu a say ahenkwa no anya na dwuma ye so ahu enye o hene na heso ye nyansafo nyansani o enkrofo no odi wo manim no say at least nyansani bi wom na otimi kire ohene so ohene ba bia ye kɔ die em se enye wo ohene betie ti se ohene suban ene wo mu a wodi o manim no suban ba ye pe a na onim se obi anto obi fo sa na abeye dom kuma na wo parliament ho ye hu sa de bi sa suban yi bi da I mean opposition aba 2016 so munya 169 what is here ena yenso etim ye ya na ye ne omu nyina ye adwuma. Did you see NDC do that until the second term after 2020 ye call election abeye ba akopɛ ena afi a prepare no about so but they were leaders who will engage in the interest of the country and in the interest of parliament business.
Oman distracted.
Way more.
They are no more working out. I mean, it's a opposition there.
Musu, my placard. Oh, Panda inti na yewe. Edi asemwa President Mahama tetem. Panda inti na yeye placard. Munche mo asemwa President Mahama tetem.
Is it the first time a placard ekoso?
And yet the first time a placard. So u akwala no ofi abonte so ba no osu na u bisa nse den na ayo no ntimi nka no osu a so akwala na jime u bisa minority fo sebe e dey nti na mu osu yi a omso pandai mun chekere mo asemu a President Mahama tetem
enye no no mo kire mo pandai reason enye only one issue no mo raise
na se asemu ade court ni
wie o mo nkire mo ha nti o mo so
afi ni e kwa abade ye ne di anodom pre constituency akire
nti is it an agenda
say den
say mo set say
yes
about we say ni agi we
seat na ye wi ni ye no o ma famu bi ye de assemble kodan court
ada honorable anodom pre honom so hu ne say mo wini ye
yes no so no there obi ehu no TV so me call I was there me free one as I didn't see ye no ko say about oni na so ana ye fees wo mo de kwan bi so say de panda de yi e de nti ye be ko ba bia wo mo wie mu bia suhun ne ayi ye be ko nyina tolong set tolong kwa de na asem wo court Australia a year ya jeli no audit court audit parliament so ti ni nyina beba mo obi nkoka say NDC na ye hwehwe wo bi na ye pese ye gu MPP kuo nu ntini ayesa abato ne yeto ye koto na ya nto amawo a no asa wo ne ma ko fie so nti ye de ya wi ata so se ba bia omo sisi yen bia ye beka ko ye beka ko ka ho asem na ye mfa ntokwa nko ba bi ye nko buru obi ye nko sei obi ade ye de beka ko dan court bua na court kase ampa ade no anko ni iya monko ye no fofora beka ko ye no fofora ye nyamu ma obi a
munyamu ma obi a
ne MPP fo ye abusia u bewu a obegya ade ama wo mo we mo
uja mo be ye de
uja omes ade nti na obegya ma wo
misu uja mo ebe ye de
abusia cha me a say ajapade de ajapade ja no
Ora Paul Yando NPP Communication Director Ashanti Region akasa say seat bebrebe na mo wei awo mo de keto mo ni abrem ho mo gi ne bebrebe no mo de yeden ai
answer be na me masisi a
obi sa wasem say ade nti mo hu mo nkrompo mobo
ana se nka yentwa abatom na yentwa abatom na edru December na yetwa ticket na ye de ahye eyim na obi apeke Saudi doors na say ye janka en ma onua
mo de yeden records na mo pesa
mo set
ana say
no punishment Ghana for person mo punish MPP na no ana ekoso a ekoso you
nti Ghana for na be catch mo senti mo
na ye ne to aba me nam to aba panda se me to aba
but in a way no so no me kai so man panyini ba ye no ka ye eneme bi e beboka ye tete so nti enu nti ne ministers o sete number o pese wo yusu mwaka obi nsi da a wodi so ni nyina ye ka ye call rerun ni nyina so ye sikapudo ne ye de ekokọ ye rerun wo se no so bo man ka
rerun na yanya rera na say wo wrong ubenya wrong candidate ote parliament say
but obi representing a man for parliament who is
na subaya omuda na di sana parliament ye represent ida chimba he
Mustafa yes mikro ye meya me tie mu se mikro ye meya say mi mia kan wano tum na me nka nche mi se mikro ye me ebi ne enia me koso wo pa ma hye bedwam na say omu susu se enye omu de omu voice ya o se se su
MPP abreso ye MPs no so mo ye demonstration some the police for bo MPs cry okay obeka honorable Haruna do small breso
so ka some the police for bo mo say nei
no harazo
se bibi koso na say
president mama pen abetre aban imu a president mama pen be ye president MPP 40 year demonstration kofi
Mustafa so ka some the police for bo ma police is an independent institution. So meaning say police for ye
president mama president Akufo-Addo take kunya na mra na nya adwuma o president Akufo-Addo de mra na to baby eno om de MPP mra no e de chichi no om koye ajapade homa eno ene ye bible a om hwe eno om de bukuro om ani swade hu ni nyina ne say ya tra opposition ache Ghana forces yen enya de a ye ndi bi ne enko ena left right we om di omudidi wi na omokun so omo campaign odi ani woni di akire enniema yaka se MPP fo aye omo campaign yi mu omo akabi ama ya dunya yate
bi ne de ehia omo campaign
we de en kan ho asem de badam say ye but ni omo ka bia ya troto ho de obi aka bia ya troto ho a omo ya de be kai MPP fo de enche na omo yura fi to omo free January no eba na fe ya kai wo mse ohu boni a wadi fertilizer e de koma ekuafo om de koma om DCs na DCs for nafa te hu asama aba betwem Ghana fertilizer MPP for there Nima wo fertilizer factory ho Gbande nze ekuafo na beto aba Gbande ekuafo na beto aba tuturu.
Okay.
We na renew we ba sa renew e konkoma ne Gbande ya. Ye de do.
Enti no de mo ka sinti
mo fertilizer.
Mo pay for Gbande a mo ye
fertilizer.
Mo ye campaign.
Fertilizer. Ghana yesi emfa nkobua because drought aba ama ekuafo aboka. Yemfa nkobua ekuafo na enso wo masin mo mutimi enye den enye ku adwuma some de ma this is na mo chiche na bi mo aton ni nyina ye kan mo anyi andi wo mo campaign yi mu aba betudwa
me say enti mu wo say mu Gbande mo ye campaign na hu ne say mo nyuma pa na mu hia mpo say mo ye campaign
Gbande oh ye ko ye be ko pa
okay
Gbande de ye kwa akodim kunimdi wo mo kosro wo mba fomu wo mo de aduru wo mo de aduru
after 30th na de na seat na baba ye mo de
correct
okay
si anya ye de keke na ya nya obi a odi Gbande fo animu a e de mfa so be kofie
na mo next ayi nso so ye adoagin se wo mo do
de ye duru ha enya be
okay what kasa it's a former chief justice ye ma me get to Torkono ne hawa wona munyina yemfa ho somo emmo minority leader honorable Afenyo Markin e didn't na ma ukasa
so Afenyo Markin de bone bebe ba wade okumu nyina se obi enim e asemu aba betwem wo sa pese en koka ho asemu
bone bebe se me da me no me pemu enche mu bone bebe na wadi
Afenyo Markin na ma yetimi hu se na me de menim se ni petimi de 2 days enya Supreme Court ba no constitute and see that Ghana has seen.
Na mamin bisa.
Kamamin kabia bra started ye be seen there ye judicial.
Mustafa, Supreme Court and she ye be wo normal determine as to when as so much any days.
And she say any hono. Supreme Court nya oba na ne why make up a black net na why make up we. Supreme Court ye institution said ye na adwuma fa no. Said ye treaty amanfo bia na kira adwuma Supreme Court. Sa amere na NDC ye ni isi ntokwa we a ye kun ye. Nye hwehwe Justice Torkono asebe na okoke coast. so yentwe no ko Cape Coast yentimi
answer
na Afenyo Markin there and ye di akire timi ehu se na ade no kra no chese maame no ama Afenyo Markin se adwuma aye no no company se adwuma amoye no judiciary ho nyam na meka eda bonte se subcontractor ho no and na 2 se na maame no koye yie
evidence wo ho no mo
maame no koye yie Afenyo Markin fie na ye host to na visit and the relationship no e wo ho a obie and na Afenyo Markin di nani asi and work
who so free him fa
me free some free stream
no me for instance se bi company asenkan ha say na me fa say wuti osu
yeah
na bia BBSC na bia maba osu na me be yade o Mustafa fie ni
sa na obi anim se
me be se wa hoho e wo eno ye mfonso
e ho won so so na adwumadi a ye di no ekire asem e ho won so so
see ene obi you growing up with mates won am for enye namfo come na moving forward adwuma wo ye wo hihie nipa mutimi na it won't mean father for na won't mean ko sie wo bi wa hoho wo fie because
OTS na metimi nipa no metimi frɛ na wo ja presentation na oba me officer wo ja you wo adwuma na otimi ja so bia wo Mustafa o influence on mami we su
nti mami ja na adwuma na okọ
Afenyo Markin de na be
Mustafa
so na wama at that time no bia beda ne pefe say maame no ana wo ho na enye so obeye Ghana fo adwuma onye na adwuma yi eno de menkum ye tuturu ahia me ne se MPP omutibi ye omo ya se MPP fo yem ye omo ya se who opposition parliament play major role in reshaping your party so se MPP yo fo ye omo ya kwadu ya Afenyo Markin na na mbebo no me who that said minority leader dey na call privileges committee leadership of parliament dey na call just wa misbehavior man abroso
do you see the acts and it to be a misbehavior
ono na me nyam na me judge no me dey say me ka dey esi o parliament a kire judge dem me judge no me dey mani na ehwe na parliament na esi o me nya parliamentarian
na dey wo dey woni sha wutimi ka se yemfasa somo we nyina
maame ne de subo bia maame ne de bebo bia mfa mo Afenyo Markin ne ma or politicizing maame ne who say was so much influence as MPP on the woman one man be there the pay face say na do appoint maame no say party nti so
how
and na magana for no mo trust here
MPP for nko case no kodi ya na
say maame ne ko yi won say the bia dadin ukọ judiciary obia ye n'adwuma wo ye MPP ni o wo ye NDC ni o emfa ho say de obeye wadwuma e na eden Ghana for di wo mani ehwe say Supreme Court judge ya or contest election wo who West Justice NS Gau so ye Supreme Court judge o ye n'adwuma fefefe obia what is obia boni din say o ye MPP ni nti onye n'adwuma yie wanye wadwuma yie a Ghana for beka say kuro ne ye kekere Ghana for so na ditumi ma obia what is a Ghana ni bia ka judicial assembly ahedi because Afenyo Markin sama obia hu say na Justice Torkono more of MPP because MPP National Women Organizer near there so omo ameye niema
onye card bearing bibia sama to judge say
unim
MPP ni
abrebia no mpeso omo appoint no Chief Justice din bebre betom na meto na Paul adumo kire oye no show no bo mami na me ni mami no obo ne din so mami we betim dia ma no because no kind lawyer for no am defend President Akufo-Addo 2012
na wo nti Paul no so na wugina edia ebu asemu
Paul nya obi keke we consultant on communication for MPP omo hatchet nyina on na ye
on abeka sa na
Paul on the kan onam say sa nti honam di mani di mam na chire sa until Afenyo Markin started ne di nam say we di see kan you
say they will see e kan we ka say MPP for jumo ma ba be di but I think say more account say one so na account I nenam from me say MPP insiders ni bi so na boama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama pa
so asem no a won say wo kasa dan krofo man a twister me me ndie kire wo ji say twister be affect me party and government
na we ne de mo bapa ni nti wo hu ni say enye twister be adwena na say
twister me de bia am kasa twister
one kasa
me can in context
sesen
so
sense so insiders bang me boy
o say
insiders bang from MPP
say abusianfo ehia a o metu ohene bone da uhu da say abusianfo ehia a o metu ohene a odidin bone ebre abusian uhu da na the MPP fo a hye de aye Ghana yi menuaba na ye papa
nti na insiders no mo ye MPP fo na afono wo mo
me nka so bi insider
na hefo
na yede omanya ma na obokro no a are you not helping the other party to come to power bokro krono bebrebe ya omaboyi second ofurata de ekra doso
me mpesa ya wo be conclude on that
me de ma conclude na me kan de bia se MPP ni a onim se wa mok ma on fa me court na me fa evidence nkone hwe but say China emra no nye wo modwuma enam say
ene kama mra ni nwie
onyansani na odi ye kan omampanyi president Mahama yobi a na adwen mu do a odoman no pese emra ne kabimami nkabi ene emfanya adwuma enti emra no ebe taking the own course ntimi nkoka say me party or power nti na MPP ni bia na ya che no e de na kotum da bi emra no be na adwuma and we must respect that. But it doesn't change my opinion, sir. MPP for there, we a mistake at the crucial woman's ambassador. Woman sooner MPP near what a yen, I'm so NDC phone go school. NDC phone him share. And then Tianyan's phone in here. Omu Bob Cronos Crown Omo do Omo Mwaka. Nti ema intimi enya ne wo mu krumu ana adwombisa wo mse nti adan na mo bedi Ghana bonesa. Abatan ya womu ne ministers yi edadan ba to mu nya ne wo mu mbisa wo se adenti na mo ya Ghana sa hwe se ye ba yi President Mahama ministers nafa wo mu toto President Akufo-Addo ministers emrantie yi a ye nuanu mu wo mu nam ho ya wo hye siuti obi abetra ha da o de legacy bi e de ahwa no ho da se ye ba power 8 years ma yesen ya de abo akro no they don't have a legacy. They don't have a legacy. Chacha na be boy yen say yen ko kire Ghana for say ye be ye free SHS oh ye nyina age tuma ye de say no de be fa so de di kro no
omo ye ya na so manye
oh yeah there say announcement there omu ye but say na ayi de ayi dada ifunu ntuma fita na ye de akata adaka ho say na ase no ko omuto papers omuto exam papers aduane ana ye de maye mane maye di no and what is a senior high school student bi akwa video ni ye hwe na aduane ohun bi da MPP for am say dey bia na ehu school kwala go to the extent a twa video e dey send wo ma awofo say mo hwe aduane a president Akufo-Addo e dey ma ye si ni under free SHS ye ba ye twam ni MPP for na ka say president Mahama moto abama no abo obaba be twam ye ba ye twam ya ye ni yiye na Ghana fo ni hu mfaso honorable Haruna Adusu so aduane na omu di say na omu bo hokro no kai call of my say omu de ma ayi school kwala emo mu di sua de wo mo anye ukobisa ye me kai ba bia Ghana fa na nyina ya o mo tie YouTube UTV se me na me boa Ghana fo nyina anim wo mo ba ye a teacher fo wo mmeko e na afei hwew President Mahama schools a wasi sanka yem fa teacher fo no wo mo nko kire school kwala de ukọ de krum da maya sa e block yi fufuro almost here and also secondary school abeka autistic tech ho as ayemienu enti se wo fa autistic tech teachers a se na come day school here e-block school yi se na so be fa 20 teachers na aye be he enya 40 President Akufo-Addo asheda otan hunti ejai schools no ma na sinwura mu apro 8 years omo anfa omo nsanka hospitals are President Mahama esi omo jai ma ni gina nwuram 8 years a obi anfa ne nsanka enso na nurse fo hwehwe adwuma womo betra akonwa so 8 years what to say President Akufo-Addo aban aka bibia for chips compound ho because womo mfa ho ekurase nso ukoho na obatan ekowo a menu aba so wo videos ni bi ye na to motorbike so ye na to bicycle so cheap compounds ni ye de boa se owoka obi a obi ti ye ne ya na hospital ni ho a nurse fo na wo mo ho no ye de wo mo ko ho na wo mahwe na nsa na edidi pa no aba krokasiem MPP fo anya mo hwe wo mo agenda 111 kra wo so wo mu si omo anya ye ba ye beto so magana fo education ministry omo ba come omo issue appointment letters some dey be yin no ye be fa o teacher juma this oko training college na oko win ba sa na nyina enim ana say bi musu ko Cape Coast dey training wom teacher dey training na onko school keke na edo enu omo issue appointment letters ma degree for nyina keke say omo appointment letters unni hu financial clearance one say ye can MPP for money bi a omo dia nipa yes answer so okodi president so wo de ma na afei ye ba yi na mrantie omo ye demonstration de bia se ye post omo nkoye adwuma Ghana Bible dey so opa adwuma ye I mean the most important thing is that you youth want to work
na nke se so omo appointment letter na
wo mo anya so omo pa adwuma wo be fa obi adwuma ya ban a first esa wo hwe se adwuma me he na esa se me fa ebi adu nkron na wa apply the Ministry of Finance na finance minister ahwe so sika ye we se fa nipa no a ye beto no bicycle ye be man salary se ye man ba betra ye betimi etua na finance minister ma ho clearance na wo dia ye if you don't have this na what issue appointment letters no nti nipa na o yes ad no work school ana na abrosem na wo ye. That is exactly what they did. Oko Ministry of Health demonstrations are ko nyina.
But so one clearance ni be almost minister the by say expire. Nti no nyese be o ma but as 2024 na expire so they have to issue.
And now omo dis schools kanyina. And e ba afi na finance minister ehwe and na omo engage emrante. Schools are yesi amoja tinwure mu a na mo ma appointment letters no. Na emrante omo ko yedwuma parliament. Me schools that has omoko schools so mo ja tunwirem unless for year wo muguo bebrebe page mai cheap compounds mo ensi hospitals mo ensi mo issue appointment letters wo mo ho no nti how are they going to work
Mustafa ye kan we nyina let's assume say sa ne baye and
we can't assume sa na mo ye
Ghana for eto against you but now they say go ban say then in a way what is the next step maybe
the next step
maybe buy no na make no ya assume yes ya mo clearance no me adinti mo fana afpechi anamuntu ben na ben yetu a said be betimi afa mebu no sa o makechi ni nyina
anamuntu ya na etu ya Ministry of Education yem say ya buy bi mu first badge bi I said then omo hwe ho na finance minister ama ho clearance na omo timi adan I engage you omo ni ade next full year omo ye demonstration so omo pa adwuma yi na no menua Felix of Osukwachi be announce here say I think by the end of the year we are going to commission over 12,000 chip compounds 12,000 so I'm not too sure about the figure 12,000 if you commission 12,000 chip compounds how many nurses that is a responsible government.
Okay, talking about a responsible government let's be a peer bontene circulating say Omampanyini John Dramani Mahama. Sign person or sign call, you know, third term. We are Deputy General Secretary. Maybe it's another cut and so EPA Montana chairman, party chairman, Honorable Sidun Kitia. And Sir Esha Siminim say a no crest idea. I walk say. And your party no any so do you free man. No, some you free man. No refer to a Honorable Mahama Yarega statements I will make here. And the new center company the above. I will back Mahama's third term if NDC orders it. Ayariga, as a throw more light on a party no, I do no posse. Mobile go through the necessary measures. Ama Oman John Dramani Mahama assign a third term.
What was that? Yamma and Crofoya or Moya Kurubofui and set agenda my to the Yen necessary set agenda no mutually. So because almost set agenda on special prosecutor and I saw one come. Nti omo pe kwan bi so ama another topic about bedadwa. And one woman you na sakrate yi aka ho asemi. Brofo a omo atro mpokura na national chairman trust abrofo. Signature omo dey assign national chairman signature. Chese omo abon ukobokro no a boni yiye ananza okodi boni a di ni yiye na prepare we chire. Omo nsanso ni sa anyansa no. Enya national chairman signature. And a national chairman kasabasa. Oyo bi anani afi oyo panyin. Odo no die nyina anim. National chairman will hardly come and talk. Ono opeso okasa nso obekasa. Enye so osoro obi. And a two NDC ni President Mahama nyan kotra ba bia discuss succession announce next president announce next flag bearer. It's just not an important item on our priorities now. It is not. And a two, what they have published here, Honorable Mahama Yarega and Kasa. And some 12 years no Kobisan say Basu say Besia, say now the obey, and no chirichim, and one woman did not know Akusi Boni. But it was a profound statement he made.
Some parts need to take decision. Or
sir, if the party happens to be discussing and take a position on a certain matter, and as him, as leader of parliament, if he happens to be in that meeting, because fake Okahubi, neck
if he happens
Okahubi,
to be there,
if he happens to be there, and he expresses his stance, his position, and that position is not enough, or a lawyer knew, MPP for penalty say that is how they take decisions. Basa, or a lawyer in the boardroom, you can have a good point, but that point will not be taken, will not be accepted by the board. You are a minority in that particular instance. And to say, if he expresses his opinion, and the larger number doesn't agree with him, what he may choose to do is to align, because he must take responsibility of what the body does too. Or he may choose to resign at the time of the decision as majority leader. Or he may choose to even abstain. But me say MPP can't set agenda for us. They should be very worried about what is going to happen in their January See, they should be very worried.
Maybe I would say no.
They say they don't have what it takes to set agenda. We must set agenda for them.
Okay.
President Mahama Bole for document by minim said ebe body impo. Bole ajapade o se bibi. Emma monten Nana do so de. Oni ne nuanom ye ajapade a said the omo de be efa Ghana fuska. And we all saw it. Yeah ba ye minister bia nko wieska. Won metimi aka ho asem. Won nso mba ye. Won ba first year e na kenofurata e de koji bond, euro bond. And no the company koji interest. First year.
Mustafa Until now, no, as a deputy general secretary, who can see so say, and your party not gonna say, mo yen hyehyeye ama President Mahama asanko tete mana
Mahama yarega ko kachire mu amudi nano ekosi boni na ndra nko ka MPP fo die yi a me party fo bia entiase a omo so pa me wo pese be sabeka we na omo sanso so pa me
there be meya
there is nobody in the MPP there's nobody in the MPP that is capable of setting an agenda for me to follow.
It's not about so be setting agenda we dey me na mimi bisa
but the most important thing is say Ghana fo abato na wo mo ato no ehun ba mfaso e ba mfaso ama Ghana fo se si akro no bo na wo mo abonu mpo no ye twaso chese unte kro no bo biem
96 no
eni na ya performance
letter na aba no
letter bi eni ho endra me letter be na aka wan say
letter me ka
national chairman letter oh that be ndra me the to me walls so cross a fake I'm
enti munsi
MPP for na esa de no a
me the young people they take MPP out of it me Ghana ni me gina ha
me kama si mu akire wo say me kama si mu akire say
wo party mu
said the niema
opposition a wo di wo party mu ko eso wo ye panyini wo enti nkomo bi ne wo no me be kwa emfa wo anase wo ni mu bi enti say no party mu position ne say
position ben
say o man panyini be say akotete
you only have a position when the matter is on discussion.
But say when enye bia na me ne wo kan emba ya
it is not an agenda it is not say I party fo a wo mu epa aduane adi wo mu pa ejuma ya wo Ghana fo akuafo a abatan a wo mu ko emrantam wo pese eja no ko kan
yen say a wo ba ye say metiechi a metimi account the number of times Wokasa, what you're so fulfilled and so happy about how a woman penny
Ghana
we happy and sometimes you can so be in was for some pacodo obia bibi ekoyi na so obia ni aje obia kumaton woman penny de wo ye de na beka say 3 years de it's just say the name si koyi de nim say wo de beka akodu bo sha asase no so intimedia party ni pa yegina si ne say sign to us we know the sanity ana
enye manu na be free aba se ukọ abusia m kope oba na wo pe wasem abusia na be ka kire
okay
nye wo mu a wo mko ja na be ka kire na me no maintain say conversation bi sa wo hoda na two
within the party no
MPP Afenyo Markin ya o says no oba abontia no aba bejeje MPP for no to say or he's doing anything in their interest.
Letter we know honorable Afenyo Markin
no kofa ba parliament say President Mahama pese o term President Mahama pese o term I don't know what he understand by term so and we kofa ba and we ka ho asem and should that become our agenda meanwhile papa yi kra no MPP no on ibi kakananis chese no o de niam a wo ye MPP for no knows
ne niam ba no ye
dem de be si am pese ne no
MPP no onye MPP ni mapa na sana wo che
me mfa ma no nkosi bo me say
no nkosi bo wo ka o say MPP no kra mi wa MP you know the science you did and all
ntina
me pe munchi
wo ba abonten a ne kasa nko okodan mu so a ne kasa nko
na wona nete ne dem
yo nti be dem say enam ka che o say ne no me mpesa meka bibi na obi di ma no asi bon entina saa de we ya ukofa abeyi a o man panyi wo baabi eye aduma enra DVL fo I announce cheap embedded licenses I eba beye adepa President Mahama ye okada legislation ukọ
ya pass ya
ni nyina ya samu a enye MPP for no de enti o mo akotena dem ene o mo atwo ensem hunu no o mo de hye me national chairman na sebe national chairman nkasa NDC ni bi ankasa ena 2 yenko meeting bi
ni pe mu nchire mu national chairman nkasa dia ene mo maye hu position
enkameti hai ena me boss
in free ho
honorable Fifiko te ko fa say oh Mustafa China e committee e ko discuss President Mahama succession and say e ko discuss party no transition any yakoye meeting na liki ankoba ye I would have had a position to tell you but it is not an agenda on the business of government. It's not an agenda on the business of the party. Make sure say ni na no obunsamu a wo mu a ununu MPP for ena ni odi kan odi mu akotene pa na baba eso ne Afenyo Markins.
Do you have do you have a personal problem with Honorable Afenyo Markin?
I didn't think I'm a personal problem.
Because I say Bibia now with the ambition and I know say yeah course so our parliament you know we on camera me who videos are near course so me and who
one leader.
That's a no and I mean so even if he's aware I did be about one orchestrated Bibia now. So what you're saying?
Who him no or your case? Who him no?
There be minimum as member of parliament as leader of the minority but say
minimum no pa and as I say when you na kofa look omo kofa special prosecutor there no and omo sumi efidie
e wo de ho
efidie no say ye nyina Ghana fo ye ni abre say akromfo nam krum so and na de omo wia no so kra no omo kura ka special prosecutor emwa because ono na ye nyina ye yi no say corruption related obetimi aye na Ghana fo ho atom yim ena ye bayi ediso ani hu no say betimi aye saade no ma Ghana fo nyina aye den e ho atowo nti emu ache ye NDC fo ne Ghana fo nyina na emu ache ebi mu free say ye omo ye special prosecutor no kisi ajaben a oso CD matiami do no wanya na djuma sede ese den e fata Emma Ghana for bebo na baso. Tinkebe ya onfa ne dibre ne den. Ento hona yempe obi a obetimi aye ne djuma. Na two na ye Martin Table mu group no. Ena bi mu so fi say na special prosecutor no adjuma o ye ntina abaye say ye the corruption related offenses crimes ni na dia koma ono. Tiama when he is dealing with something, Attorney General cannot also begin a fresh process on it. To the Kebeya, young NDC for near catch the Ghana for say President Akufo-Addo appointees a USK. And ya said yes, the Abeka says Career Day, a Quambia so Abafa so Abajani Abaji. And Tian scrap special prosecutor na enka Yama Attorney General and face you almost squarely. That is the other school of thought. MPP for the NSA. One, say almost support to Kisaja be almost support to no. Almost the Obianim say or Metchum until almost parliament. And the MPP, NDC for the person a pump Kisaja Bing, and the NDC for the person, yes, scrap special prosecutor. Special prosecutor, no, an executive body created by parliament. Private member bill. Anyone can sponsor a private member bill. At the formative stages of the bill, anybody can intervene. President Mahama didn't halt or order the sponsors of the bill. You can also sponsor a private member bill to parliament.
Oh, but so what can say Honorable Mahama Yargani on about the firm bill no? They should.
On cancer or request him. He has expressed his request as the president.
But he said they shouldn't. It's too early.
Near more, you know. Yes.
Now, a peace council echo. What can what say one of the who say it should we should speed a prosecution.
Exactly.
Any other.
And one Anna Kizaja Ben so Siano. Or no, so Chiwamu and Chumu Ghanaians will judge him. If he does his work or he doesn't do his work, he will account to the people of Ghana. Because he doesn't have an excuse not to do his work. Or resign, he would account. Or resign, Ghanaians will hold him accountable. So President Mahama believes, even though Kisia Jabeng has investigated him as president, it was an opportunity for him as president to make himself available for MPP to assess him. So no President Mahama Namhono. No so until Kofa fees all the canoa any. And he also believes that if Kisia Jabeng can investigate or no president, he can investigate all other persons. So why is he not doing so? So what is here? So there's no point for MPP to then say,
but many MPP before become a better now almost speaking against it. They don't see the use of a special prosecutor in the office.
Inte me kisi ajabia.
No corona na afi de omo se mum na.
Nka me kisi ajabia by Monday MPP for ministers 20. Because evidence no.
But be so can say because say the entire akoba se yenyi because Yera Martin Pebu eko ho no man incident na no ntina sisi amamoni abisa say okasa in your favor
Martin Pebu nye Martin Pebu nye NDC
na oka ba okasa in your favor
NDC deputy general secretary
entina mamo
Martin Pebu is not a member of the NDC and a two time one no okasama President Akufo-Addo aban no MPP ni
Njina wa admit so na okasama.
He is a private legal practitioner and a public commentator on issues of national interest.
But I need favor mo.
A favor when that time I favor MPP for now almost no.
And I make so now no so what me I pinpoint is because MPP ni I'm pretty sure so because say no one kasama na favor or your commentator say the wo ka no. Until now no almost bet me aka say almost so aka so kasama ni favor no honorable na tibetana e kan ye say Yera Martin Pebu okasama mo NDC and also
ono why
a former Ablikuma Central MP
former one so he is entitled to his opinion, but I'm just saying that I've given you a general view of the issue and the MPP for fee say nkomo ebe pekwan bi so na nka President Mahama tina di be yesim papanyi na wamu gu special prosecutor na say ha so ora no kra no am de baaye no omu ni omu mpeso omu ye nti no omu agu special prosecutor enti ena no ababa so omu kontinra a omu hu se saade ni nyina tonsuom na omu kofa paper omu ko se omu abroza se dan yo se bi na omu control ne omu de se national chairman na yi ena omu de betu wi eno so so a enko be bia enti tetemo no tetemo ehia yen se si ade ehia yen se ye betimi aye adwuma ama wo ho atɔ ye betimi aye adwuma na efin a MPP fo agukuru sɛde ye wo ma sei kuru no ye betimi asiesie amagana fo nyina ho atɔ ma ehun no na President Mahama eye nsisi.
Are we winning against illegal mining?
I think so considerably. I'm very impressed with the gains aye nsisi here. We cannot say that we have won, but you've seen considerably some amount of effort that have, we have made progress, and I think that we must commend Honorable Ama Kofi-Boah. And timeamenua abujina poto no ko jai suit she, and na nkono so ye sa effort no anka would have progressed because en Torkono a wo two over the 2000 mining lease now omo issue no omanye ne yi no en Torkono a wo tu no wako pamu wo mo afiri ho no san Torkono yensi o afi na sese aban pe huska na yekosi san Torkono
no mate 9 months omo so no say omo logistics ho akwatwe ama wo mo politicians and then chiefs abe hindrance ama wo mo fight
and na say ye kra meti he ya me officer say me so and for adwuma bia we bia ho nsunsanso
but say we say illegal mining na yade and say senko mo ba besu if
we
you want to fight
even banking even fighting nya na kisi aja ben etonsuomu ya ne ho hyehye ni obia also man bia ne ho che edu ba bia ho kodim kakra but you must stand your feet and do and anu year you say yenua MPB eko obstructing 9 months for I disagree with how it went but o man penyi hey o sim my instruction and my MP ni kra na yadan and he is under prosecution onko kire se ade no waye ananse wanye dan wanye the following time police for this is the first time I say police for akoye super how much them for 500 dem omatum all in the support of 9 months so what is here so it is not, and the fight cannot be without some of these impediments. But when it comes and you are a principled, committed officer, unim se juma uyeno. These are the objectives and these are the outcomes. You won't allow that to influence. So they are just telling you an update of the difficulties there. It doesn't mean say omojuma no wamunye. They are working. Now the Honorable Kofi Boy himself was in the bush. And he had started engaging slums, resettlements, one more year into the mining. He is engaging the people and letting them know even the danger for living in that area and drinking the kind of water they even drink while they do the galamsey ejumano. MPP for no more to talk na dia to her. And sure, omo ayese na bi na bedu he.
Enti o che me say abayi ba ye nya incident eye MPP NDC ni bi enso ho bom.
Ubenya yenya incidents bebre. Yenya galamsey nyi say MPP for nkwa na etu.
Both sides.
Na nya both sides. Essential for ka ho bi. A lawyer for ka ho bi. Uko ba bi a pastor for ka ho bi. And obia just uko community a. Uko community a. Say ebi mu do. Ebi mu ye politics. Say na me na bi te hai. Ye politics. Obi nso na adwuma ne say obeye mining. Ena mining na wo ye no. Ono nso say amanyosa nti obetimi a NDC ay MPP.
Okay.
Ena ayi local mining ne de ekoso. Ebi ye ni yiye, ebi nso ye den. Enye. So when you say a MPP for na ya, you may not be describing them well, but they had a responsibility at their time awomu eti aban mu to ensure say obi bia no ye no wo ye NDC new wo ye MPP new wo ye ni yiye amakuru no hato no eno no na omo anya na omo kwa mreso no no omo akopam omo party for no omo di ama Chinese for nti most of the ministers no were doing it.
They were here they told na with evidence eche omo kopam MP for no the Chinese for.
Oh, somebody dey bia me na mrem.
Nti wonti me na dey na one report.
Say
it's me ban aside then it's an illegal.
Say dey na campaign ya almost say dey the galamsey campaign.
But don't you think so say by now no can say come achieve any more based on a campaign message and
campaign message 1 year 1 year honeymoon also wonyam.
Oh, but I mean sometimes what do we need extra the way I'm projecting on Obeka say I expect it within 3 months.
Na Bonia MPP for a dear and san no more kono. Ebi kura ye kan ye time enye ntimi nkan kire kuru.
Ma me ne won sorry so with this. So, the way our man penyini can say ye premature say ye best scrap ye OSP office no. Same way na moving forward ye be hu petition akose EC chair and any 2 deputies na so ye be hu ne sana.
Me ne MPP fo nyina gina kuru abakum.
Sese.
Enne me nua penya Justin general secretary me boss. O say into ECR easy boss or trans na bi pe na man tese waka ho ase but all complaining
waka say into easy boss
and you free ablekuma bae am say into no
also onye happy about
onye happy ni chese me so me nya happy me so me nya happy na me dia ma asem no say
enkire say
ma asem no say
because beginning no areas o can say yen konkoto aba no ewi eche na asan adane
ma asem no say
stations na adults and what can say happy about no Mustafa on can say you too me person would say
what bizarre no ka so wanka
anu ye
what bizarre me na me ka so waka me na say onka me MPP na me boss me na me say so waka onu a je to MPP for ni bia na me nua na bi dia na me nte but on cry complaining and I'm say MPP ye koto ba na bone esia untimi mo MPP kwadu mo NDC kwadu isi na heso ye na dwuma yi eni bi na esi wo panda ya omote nkran ya omusuin but ye be kwa koji sit na from sam isi na heso ye na dwuma yi ansa na ye kwa to 2024 aba ye kwa assembly election je manza anya na yi obi enim in fact ye to 20 December ba to kwa wie na the places are na isi nya ye assembly election wie machines are ge nyina ya to aba 2020 awia MPP or NDC we nyina ya prese isi fakoto fakon na hweso ne ye bekọ abato a ibra na yehu se chinchin na obi ankoto aba no na machines ne na makwala na nkrofoton na ewia so what I say this is dangerous and
but the two some to court work about on the petition ekoyi omo
me say it was under his supervision say me try na NDC BBC so the kwadu bebo me. And at 2, I believe that she hasn't demonstrated competence. Ye call ye time on ye summary of a voters register. unim na ade na no mo de computation kora draw na kora draw ye de mathematical computation man ye. So the competence level is not there. And when you are going for an election, the referee no any competent. It's a recipe for chaos. 2024 about when you see a BT woman na BT woman on machines a woman build so woman the bokro no na akrashia nyame a won pebone. Obi a we wies ka be mo wies ka be. Once also ko build this system happen so di and crash. And na buy about me. Eboka say. Anya no na buy na nke ka ababa ko.
Ye beti eno so enan de yentimi nte ho asem mo mpanyi beka so okay eno so ye you know premature say ye beka say ye chairperson and
the private member bill bo ho. Easy dey say a private member bill be any ho. Nye parliamentarians na citizens. And the president cannot interfere with the right of if any citizen have a complaint against a public official, that citizen can petition or that citizen can go to court. Now president don't come but this special parliament say parliamentarians, and there's a relationship between the executive and legislature at any point in time. Administratively, you can make your opinion known on a certain matter. In fact, the people who are sponsoring the private member bill, they may decide to defy the president and proceed. So what is here? And proceed to sponsor the. So again, and a President Mahama say will be. So all these politics are MPP for you know. M1. Na ntiane NPP fo nyina na abebe gina kurwa ba ko se
wo ko na bi beba mebisa
ya be gina
so ejina sa skill na wo ka senti mu nyina na ma ya
na bi do be politics
stand ne say e ma me je na ni two deputies no moko
enya me na me stand nipa o competition ye no
de bi say wo so no mo ya adwen nti me ka wo personal
se ano MPP se si ababia meti MPP ni NDC nyina ka bom
emfa wo mo ka me bisa wo Mustafa
me so ye na
opinion
ye na de ma wo a ye pa emfa ma wo ba 2020 na omo problem with Charlotte say President Mahama na appoint Charlotte say nto oba be wie mu ma President Mahama we die no yen ka say President Akufo-Addo na appoint it doesn't matter. Yes, say she has not demonstrated competence.
Okay.
Nti yen twen na ehu ne ebe si ebe free Chief Justice said the Mrano Esheshe no. Ye hwe ne ebe fi haba.
Mami ready Mad Lion ne message na what they are sorry so mami we Desmond Kojo Boaf aka Mad Lion when NDC and government communicators like Mustafa Gbande are talking, they should listen to themselves. Sometimes they talk as if they didn't follow the 8th Parliament. Instead, they care to know. If they care to know, you did worse things under the leadership of Honorable Haruna Idrisu and Atufosen as minority leaders. Indeed, Mustafa Gbande is talking as if President John Dramani Mahama has never been a president before. If they care to know again, they experienced worse under him between 2013 and 2016.
You can't ask someone the equator. Mama, Bollywood have a bokro.
Mustafa, me Joa no disimi chato me Joa. Was it Mandane de Moko? And yes, sir.
No, I didn't go not to him.
Edrus, na dia munya ngoto ho aba de ye de na wuti.
Na say wonim say be ka ko wini ade. No, wonim say.
Ayo to the one disimi chato.
Me da say. Mfa menu apenyin bra. We all. Me say be to bia ma na me sa.
Mustafa me so no be so get na say answer na me nyu.